Right, barrels. I have given these a light hone just to see what the condition is like, and well, a few marks. Well, that shows up a little bit there, but you can't actually feel anything. There's no lip you can feel. Again, on this side there's a few little marks where it's just where it's been sat, really. I don't really think there's anything to be too concerned about. There's no deep scoring, anything like that, and as these are standard, I'm not too keen on having them rebored just yet. I would rather keep them standard, if I can get some rings, that is, because I've had a look and A50 standard size piston rings seem to be very hard to find. So assuming I can get some rings, I think I'll probably just leave this as it is, maybe give it another quick hone, see if I can get any more of this staining out. But apart from that, I think they're not actually too bad. They certainly measure up in spec anyway, so I might even just run with them, see what they're like. As long as they're not smoky, I think they'll be okay. Just taking the followers out, give them a good clean up, flush the oil ways through with paraffin. So I've been cleaned up, and we'll just give these a little clean over with some Scotch-Brite. They look okay anyway. So I have to refit those. Yeah, just get some more oil on them and refit them. But yeah, I think that is it's not too bad, so I think I'm going to go with that. Like I say, as long as I can find some rings, which seems to be difficult. Right, just putting the followers back in. There's one already in there, ready to go. Yeah, to get these clips back on, I've just got a bit of, I think this is 9mm stainless tube, but any tube that's roughly the same diameter as that, or a little bit bigger, will do. And I've just got it bored out, or just run an 8mm drill down there. So put the clip over the bit of tube, put your follower in, then just push that down, and once that's inside, I'll then just use a screwdriver just to push that down into the little groove there. Job done. Because there's no way you can get in there otherwise. Have a look, it's not a lot of room in there. So I've just got these other ones to do, and oh, that will be those back in. Right, so they're all back in, the clips are all on, so you can't really see anything down there, it's a bit dark and murky. They're all in. I've just spun the clips around in the grooves just to make sure they're seated okay, and what I was doing just to pop them, just to stop them from popping out, just had a bit of aluminium clamped across the back there just while I was putting them in, because they have a tendency to just want to push out when you're trying to put the clips on. So they are all in place now, where they should be. So they're all there. They won't fall out when I go to reassemble. So they're all back in. They're going to fit the con rods. I've got some new shells because these are undersized. When I took these off the old crank, I did mark them up. Well, that shows up there. Single punch mark on that one and double ones on that one, though I needn't have done really because they are actually numbered, got numbers stamped in differently, so it's obvious which one would have been where if I'd have made a note of the numbers. And in any case, there is on the left hand or primary side, that one has a small oil hole each side, whereas the right hand side doesn't. So I'll do one at a time. I'll just do this one first, I think. I have got some new nuts as well. Might just give these little oil holes a bit of a blow through. I've still got the old shells in here. Yeah, so I'll take them out. So I'll separate these. I'll give that little oil hole each side a bit of a clean through, I think. And yeah, we'll go from there. just tighten these, just snug them for now, and torque them up once they're both on there. Right, that will do for now. That one. Have a look at this one. Well, you probably don't need to see this one. It's in one. It's in them all. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing. Yeah, that's got the 2 punch marks for that side. That's got the single punch marks for that side. Right, so I'll get this camera out of the way and bring it back when it's done, or ready to torque up anyway. Okay, so these should be 22 foot-pound. I've only got a Newton meter torque wrench, which is 29.83. So I've got this on 29 at the moment. So we'll take it up to that and then do the other odd on top of that. That's that one. Let's just do this one. Right, they're all there. A little bit of side play, but no up and down. Same with that one. What I will just do, I did just measure these before I tightened them up, so I'll just check they haven't overstretched, and then we'll see about doing the last little bit. Right. Pen. I put my pen. just turn the camera off while I'm doing this. No point because I'm off shot. Yeah, they were fractionally over what they should be, but so I'm not going to tighten it anymore. So they were 29. 29 foot-pounds and 29 newton meters in the end. Yeah, they seem okay. So right, so next thing is going to be crank in the crankcase. Okay. So I'm going to do this is drop the bearing in here. A bit of oil on it. That. And on top of that, the shims there. And shim cup. And just make sure that is probably seated on there. Okay, because I don't want that to move. And now I've got the breather, the rotating part. Drop that in there. Sorry about my arm. The spring that goes with that. Sits in there. I'll drop the crank in. Well, not drop it. That would be a bit daft. Right. Get these rods lined up. Try not to disturb that shim cup. Should be there, hopefully. Camshaft. Try and locate these. Those pins. Which looks like that's it there. Yep. And now I just need to get some gasket sealing around both these cases, and put them together. I'll just get the camera out of the way to do that. So it'll just be a little bit of the old weld seal. So I'll just clean these up, make sure there's no oil on, and the other one, a couple of coats of the weld seal, just let it flash off, or a coat each side on each case. Just let it flash off, and then I'll get those together. Right, that should have tacked off by now. Other half, we've got the thrust washer already in there. Just give that a little wipe down, and a bit of oil on here. Another good oil in once that's all together. Right, now gently lower this down and line everything up. Right, there we are, it's down. So, now get all the nuts, bolts and washers on, which is actually easier to do from the other side. So I'll just get a couple in to hold it in place, and I'll turn it over. Get everything tightened down properly. Right, one round the back there can go in. Right, so we'll just tighten those two up a bit more, flip it over, and put the rest of the nuts and bolts in. Okay, all together. I've just torqued up what I can. The two bolts that go into the case here, though they are supposed to be the right bolts, the heads are so big you can't actually get a socket on there, so I've done them to the tightness I think feels about right. check the end float, that's all okay, and we're turning over easy enough, so all should be good. Camshaft is free. Yeah, so basically that bit is done. Take a little plate off here now. It's just where I had the mag mount for the clock on this piece of steel. Yeah, there we are, and I think I'll call that a night now. Well, my original intention was just to get new piston rings. Got the pistons there, which are okay. The bores are not too bad. They're probably at kind of, well, they are at the limit of the wear. But I would have got a fair few miles out of just fitting new rings. But unfortunately I've not been able to source any rings. I can get a complete set, piston and rings, standard size, but not just the rings. So what I've decided to do is get oversize 20 thou over and just get these rebored. Get that done now, and yeah, that will sort that out. A bit of a shame really to have to bore them, but yeah, there we are. That is just how it goes sometimes when you can't get the parts. Yeah, so I have actually ordered them, so once they turn up I'll just get these down to the borers and get that sorted out. So I think that will probably be it for this video. I can't do anything else until they turn up, until that's rebored. So yeah, that will do for now.